We are at video number 0028, Love and Devotion. The purified mind, also called the pure heart, is the sacred seat of divine feelings. Those who follow the path of devotion, the emotional seekers, love God deeply and long to unite their hearts with the divine. Such union can only be achieved by one whose heart is pure and selfless. True love, when unconditional, cleanses the heart of selfish desires and worldly attachments. The devotee nourishes the seed of devotion with the tears of love. In the state of genuine devotion, every action, however small, becomes an offering of worship to the divine. The student is asking a question. In the Bhagavad Gītā, Lord Krishna speaks of many paths to reach the divine: the path of knowledge, the path of action, and the path of devotion. I understand knowledge and action somewhat, but this thing called devotion, this love for the divine, confuses me. What truly is devotion? And how can love lead one to liberation? The Guru replies, devotion, bhakti, is the very fragrance of the flower of the soul. When the mind becomes pure and the heart becomes soft with love, it becomes the seat of divine emotion, the throne where God sits within you. The throne where God sits within you. You see, the ordinary human heart is filled with countless desires for pleasure, for wealth, for recognition. These are like stains upon a crystal. The divine light cannot pass through clearly until these stains are washed away. But when love becomes unconditional, when you love not for gain, when you love not for gain, not for reward, not for fear, but because your heart overflows with the sweetness of the divine, then this love itself becomes a purifier. It washes away every trace of selfishness. The student is asking another question. You say love purifies, but how does loving God remove the impurities of the mind? The Guru replies, think of the heart as a river. When it flows toward worldly objects, wealth, power, relationships, it gathers dirt and debris. But when that same river flows towards the ocean of divinity, the current becomes pure and strong. In the Gita, Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, do it as an offering to me. Bhagavad Gītā, chapter 9, verse number 27. When your every thought, every word, every deed becomes an offering, a form of love, your heart gradually loses its attachment to the temporary and begins to dwell in the eternal. That is purification through love. The student is asking another question. Then, is devotion only about emotion? About feeling love for God? The Guru replies, no. True devotion is not mere emotion, it is transformation. True devotion is not mere emotion, it is transformation. Emotional devotees may begin with tears and songs, but those tears must eventually wash away ego and attachment. In the Gita, Krishna says, a devotee who has pure heart, who is free from ego and who loves all beings, is very dear to me. Bhagavad Gītā, chapter number 12, verses 13 and 14. A pure heart does not demand anything from God. It only seeks to love and serve. Such a heart becomes like a mirror reflecting the divine. Love that asks for nothing is the highest form of devotion. It makes the heart as pure as gold refined by fire. The student is asking another question. But how does one begin? The mind is restless. The heart is filled with desires. How can such an impure heart develop this kind of divine love? The Guru replies, that is where sadhana, spiritual practice, comes in. You must first remember the divine constantly. Repeat his name, meditate upon his form, read his teachings, serve his children, for service to others is service to God. Just as a gardener waters a seed daily with care, the devotee waters the seed of devotion with tears of love and sincerity. Each act of kindness, each prayer, each moment of gratitude is a drop of water that nourishes the plant of devotion. Slowly, this plant grows. Its roots are faith, its stem is surrender, its flowers are humility, and its fruit is union with the divine. A student is asking another question. You said every act can become worship. Can you explain how even ordinary daily actions can become sacred? The Guru replies, when a mother feeds her child, when a teacher guides a student, when a worker performs his duty with honesty, if these are done in the spirit of love and offering to God, they become acts of worship. Krishna teaches this principle in the Gita. He who sees me in all things and all things in me is never separated from me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse number 30. When your consciousness expands to see divinity in every being and every action, then even sweeping the floor becomes a holy act. Cooking food becomes a prayer. Speaking kindly becomes a hymn. The devotee no longer says, I'm doing this. He says, God is doing this through me. That is perfect devotion. The student is asking another question. How do we know when our devotion has become true and pure? The Guru replies, you will know by its fragrance. When the heart is pure, it no longer complains or demands. It finds peace even in pain, joy even in loss. The pure devotee's love does not depend on circumstances. It is steady, like a flame protected from the wind. Such a devotee sees the divine in all, loves all beings, forgives easily, and serves selflessly. The Gita calls such a soul Bhakt Param. The Gita calls such a soul Bhakt Param, the supreme devotee who lives in the world but belongs to God. The student is asking another question. So, to love God is to love all, to see everything as part of the divine. The Guru replies, yes, exactly. When love expands beyond me and mine, when it embraces all creation as God's manifestation, the heart becomes universal. This is the highest form of love, divine love, where the devotee and the divine are no longer two. This is the state of union, the true yoga of devotion that Lord Krishna revealed to Arjun. A student is asking another question. Then, can devotion alone lead to liberation? The Guru replies, yes. In the 12th chapter of the Gita, Krishna declares that among all paths, knowledge, meditation, or action, devotion is the easiest and most direct. For in love, there is no fear, no effort, no calculation. Love naturally unites the soul with the Supreme. Knowledge removes ignorance. Action removes laziness. But love removes separation. And when separation ends, liberation is already attained. The student is asking another question. One last question. What is the final state of a devotee who reaches the peak of love? The Guru replies, the final state is bliss beyond description, the merging of the drop with the ocean. The devotee realizes, I am not separate from the divine. The same love that flows through my heart is the very love that moves the stars and breathes through all beings. At that point, every act becomes worship, every breathe becomes prayer, and every heartbeat whispers the divine name. That is the message of the Bhagavad Gita. To act with selflessness, to know with clarity, and to love with purity. Such love is the bridge between man and God, and the one who walks upon it with faith, humility, and surrender reaches eternal peace. Now we reach to closing words for you. Let your love be like a river. Let your love be like a river flowing, pure, and tireless. Let your devotion be like the sun, Let your devotion be like the sun, steady and full of light. Do not seek a God outside. Seek Him in the stillness of your heart. And let every act, every word, every thought be an offering of love. Hari Om.